Welcome to Adult Literacy Part 3, Words. I'm Trainer Lori. What are words? A group of letters to form a single element of speech or writing, used with other words to form a sentence, shown with a space on either side. And please watch this video again as needed. We've already discussed the names and the sounds of the letters. If you haven't seen those yet, please click here to see names and click here to see sounds. The letters make words. Did you know that right in the alphabet itself there are 4 words? The first one is H-I, and that spells hi, the word hi. N-O, that spells the word no. A-B, that is an abbreviation. That means it's just part of a word, but we say it a lot. An ab, or abs. I do crunches so that my abs are flat. Ab, as in stomach. And stew, S-T-U. Notice I have it capitalized. That means the first letter is capitalized because it's a name, and we capitalize names, the first letter of each name word. Stew as in Stewart, so it's also an abbreviation, but it is a word. So let's see how to build words. We're going to build words using the letter A. The letter A is one of the most commonly used letters in the English or American alphabet. A is a word, usually pronounced a dog, or a. Add an N to it and it becomes an, like an airplane, an. But now we can add a C to it at the front and it becomes can, can. I can go, I can read. Can, C-A-N, K-N, can. Let's try building words using the letter E. E by itself is not a word, so we're going to put an H in front of it to make it he, H-E, he. Put a Y at the end of he and it turns it into hey, and that's like, hey girlfriend, how are you? And then you put a T in front of hey and it becomes they. They, building words on the letter E. Now let's build words on the letter I. I, the word I, as in me, myself, and I. Put an S at the end and it becomes is. Is. Put an H in front of is and it becomes his. His. That's his ball. And put a T in front of his and it becomes this. This. Each letter has its own unique sound, and when you build on them, they may sound a little bit different. It starts with I, but then it turns into is, and then it turns into his, and then this. It's not as much of a Z sound at the end. Now let's look at the word list the way we read, from left to right, top to bottom. A, an, can. He, hey, they. I, is, his, this. I would like you to stop the video and read those words to yourself. Make sure you recognize them and can say them. You just learned 10 new words. Congratulations! But we're going to learn even more right now. Can. Now we're going to read down again as a list. Ready? Can, car. Notice they both start the same. Can, car. Do, D-O is do. Dog. It has a G at the end. It now goes from do to dog. After. That is a 2-syllable word. After. A syllable is a sound difference in one word. After. 2 syllables, 1 word. Need. Needs. Put an S on the end and it becomes needs. Tire. Tires. Put an S on the end, makes it plural. Read them with me. Can, car, do. Dog, after, need. Needs, tire, tires. And please stop the video to read them to yourself. We just talked about syllables, the fact that you can have two sounds within one word. But now we're going to put words together to make phrases. Phrases can make up sentences. For example, they can. The sentence might be, they can do this. The phrase within the sentence is, they can, using the words that we just learned. The next phrase is, a dog. And the sentence could be, a dog ran after me. A dog. The next one is, this car. This car. This car needs tires. It's getting a little more complex. So what I want you to do now is to find the phrase within the sentence, the phrase that we just read, and see if you can pick it out in the sentence. Remember the phrase, they can? The sentence is, could you tell which one was they can? The first two words, they can do this. They can do this. The second one is a dog. The sentence is, a dog ran after me. Could you see a dog in that sentence? The third one was this car. Can you see the words, this car, in the sentence? This car needs tires. Did you notice that the phrases that I'd mentioned were all at the beginning of the sentences? As a result, the first word has a capital letter, so it might look a little different from the phrase that you expected. All of these are sentences, not word phrases, and as a result, the first letter must be capitalized in the sentence. Otherwise, you won't know it's the beginning of the sentence. Do you remember the other time a word might be capitalized? I mentioned it to you earlier. Remember the name Stu? A name will be capitalized as well. Those are the two most common times to use capitalization, the beginning of a name and at the beginning of a sentence. Let's try it again. Let's look at these phrases. And he is. And he is. For example, the sentence might be, she is smart and he is kind. They had him. They had him is the word phrase I'm reading to you. The sentence could be, they had him leave the game. The third phrase, play a little. And the sentence could be, I like to play a little at cards. Play a little. New words, play and little. Those are bigger words, especially little. And did you notice little has two syllables, two sounds within the word. Little, little. Let's play Find the Phrase again. Remember the phrase is, and he is? Look in all those words on that first line and see which one is, and he is. Did you see it? She is smart and he is kind. It's important to be able to find words within sentences, words that you recognize. It will help you understand the meaning of the sentence. The next one is, they had him. Do you remember? They had him. Do you see it? It's at the beginning. They had him leave the game. Again, this one has a capital letter, they, so it might have thrown you off a little bit. But they had him leave the game. The third one, play a little. Remember the phrase is play a little? See if you can see it in the sentence. Which words are play a little? I hope you saw it right in the very center. I like to play a little at cards. That's the whole sentence, and you can find that phrase right in the middle. This is very hard if you're brand new. If you have not watched this before, this is going to be hard for you. So feel free to watch this video over and over again until it becomes easy. And the easier it is for you to read, the more you're going to want to read. And the more you read, the easier it becomes. So it's a really good cycle. Always have things around that you can read. These are all the sentences, again, in one slide. Let's read them. They can do this. A dog ran after me. This car needs tires. She is smart and he is kind. They had him leave the game. I like to play a little at cards. Doesn't that feel good to be able to read those sentences? I also want to show you how I know that they are sentences. There's two ways to tell. What's one way? Do you remember? The first letter of the first word of each sentence is capitalized. I hope that's what you said. But there's also another way. Can you see at the end of each sentence? That's called punctuation. Punctuation is a mark so that I can tell where I am in the sentence. In this case, it's a period, also known as a dot. It's just a little dot, and that tells me it's over. However, different kinds of sentences need different punctuation. These are three different sentences, and they all have different punctuation at the end. The first one has the period or the dot, so that means you say it like this. I see the cat play. It's just a statement. The second one has a question mark at the end, which makes this kind of sentence a question. Do you like to go? The last one is an exclamation point. That's one of my favorites. I like exclamation points because they sound happy. Look at her! I'm exclaiming, wow, look at that! An exclamation point. You've learned a lot today already, but let's review. Read with me together. Look at the letters as I read them. Letters make words. Letters can also make syllables. Remember syllables? Words make sentences. Words can also make phrases. Punctuation like a period, question mark, and exclamation point tell us the sentence is done. Now I'm going to show you some sight words. These are words that I want you to recognize simply by looking at them, not that you have to sound them out. The first one is no. That's pretty easy, just N-O. You don't have to say no, because you know when you see it, that's no. Yes, yes. Look, her. Not him, but her. But why? But. Good, good. Not, not. All, all. Up, up. It, it. Little. That's a big word, but I want you to be able to recognize it by sight. Little, little. Do, do. Here is your homework for next time. Memorize your sight words. Look for words that build on each other. And read words wherever you can. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.